Hey there, and welcome back to Pair of Dice Paradise, where I am still here at the CMON Expo 2017, and this time I'm joined by a special guest, Mark Street from Boardgame Corner.
Yes.
Hey, and you're joining me because this is your second CMON Expo.
It is, absolutely, yeah.
Where it's only my first.
Yeah.
So you lend kind of this veteran perspective to the whole thing, and we were kind of talking about favorite experiences, how it might change and everything, how it stayed the same. So I thought that would be kind of an interesting discussion.
Right, absolutely. So, you know, I have to say last year, this was one of my most favorite experiences.
Was it?
Yeah, it really was.
What was your biggest surprise here?
Biggest surprise for me was Ethnos. Boy, that game.
Oh, yeah.
I looked at the board for this thing and I'm like, nope, I don't even need to play that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
You look at the board and you're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah, if I want to play a game from the 80s, I'll go grab Ethnos and Allies.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
And I got sucked into a game. I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I was super glad I did because really like this game a lot.
Oh, yeah. I sat down to play it. And even sitting down before the first turn, I was still, we'll see. But then by the end of the game, it's like, well, I guess I'm finding room in my luggage for this game.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
And it was so fun that Roy from Epic Gaming Night and I actually did a review here of the game. So
that's cool.
Absolutely fun.
Very
How about you? Big surprise?
My big surprise was Council of Four. I saw it on the table in the exhibit hall at first. I was like, that looks colorful and neat, but you know, I'll eventually get to that. When I finally got a chance to sit down and play that thing, I was just like, this is fantastic.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I haven't played it.
There's so many things in that game that when you accomplish are so rewarding to the player. It was just really fun. And the best part is, I think I almost, I made Marty actually bellow out loud in frustration while we were playing. So it's a Euro game, but it's not, you know, multiplayer solitaire.
Yeah,
there is definitely player interaction going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Euro game with player interaction is a really nice thing to play.
Yeah, which is not a lot of them, right?
That's true.
So I'm definitely on board to try it then because
you gotta try it.
It sounds pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, if you need to try it, there might be a copy of that in my luggage. No, I don't think it's not out quite yet.
Okay, yeah, because it was prototype form still, right?
I think it was like a
early print release.
I think Council of Four is Q3. I
Okay,
think they might have it in time for Gen Con.
And what was the other one you were playing last night?
Oh, Lorenzo.
Yeah, those are the only two I didn't try.
Okay, Lorenzo is worth trying.
Yeah.
It's a very chunky, chewy Euro game.
Okay.
You're very much setting up an engine.
Okay.
And it's got some kind of interesting ideas with these dice. These six-sided dice will indicate the powers of these different workers you have to place. The dice are different colored, and the workers match those colors. So if you roll a 6 on your orange dice, and it's a community pool of these dice. If you roll a 6 on the orange dice, the orange workers have a power of 6. Okay. Kind of their purchasing power.
Okay.
And if you roll like a 1 on the white dice, the white workers will only have a purchasing power of 1, and so on. And you can mitigate that with other things. But that was interesting. But everyone who has played it has said the same thing. It was fun, I liked it, but there's really nothing about it that wowed me as unique to this game.
Yeah.
And that was, to me, that dice thing was the most unique. But still, worth playing, fun, but it wasn't something that made you go, whoa, this game is unique and going to go on my shelf because it's like no other game.
Okay. So did you get any up-close personal time with Rising Sun? You know, I didn't get to play it, but I did get a little up-close, got to check it out. And I even did an interview with Eric at Gamma about it, and I was still kind of like, I don't know. But now after seeing it...
Now it's made you a believer?
It's made me a believer. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Rising Sun was so in demand at this convention. It felt almost like a celebrity more than a board game.
Absolutely.
It was either, sometimes it was like, you know, they had one table set up with it, but there was always a crowd, 2 people deep around it. Sometimes they would take it to go show to distributors and other things, so it would be like taken away.
It was on camera a lot.
Yes, it was like, so I literally I tried, but I didn't even get a chance to touch the table it was set up on.
Man, you got to at least go check out those big figures.
Oh, yeah, I saw it from afar, but I was not able to get close, not even sit down to play. No, I couldn't even touch the table it was on. It was just like, I almost felt like I needed to get like, you know, a special pass or a little red carpet, a velvet rope thing to be let in to get close to it. But yeah.
I would say one of the things overall for this year too that CMON just knocked out of the park was the swag bag.
Oh my word.
This thing is amazing.
Last year, since you have the was the swag bag like that last year?
Not like that.
Okay.
So there was definitely some minifigs from Arcadia Quest, some exclusive cards for which was Black Plague was in there, some exclusive cards. There was some other Zombicide stuff in there, I think, but there was still some. It was still nice. It was still really
good,
nice
good swag bag. Okay,
stuff.
but it was different.
But not like this year where it was phenomenal. You know, it really was.
Not to oversell it or anything. Okay,
I'm just saying I was blown away by everything they did for everybody.
Absolutely.
Here.
Let's talk about the area that this convention is held in. This is Atlanta, Georgia. This is my first time being outside of the Atlanta airport, so it's kind of neat. And you know, the big thing about all the conventions is always one of the things on the checklist is how's the food. Yeah. So what's been your experience been with the food around?
Oh man. So you know I hung out a lot with the Dice Tower guys. So we went to a lot of different places.
If you're gonna have meals at a convention, the Dice Tower. Yeah, you gotta go with Tom. He's gonna take you to get some meals.
It's just amazing stuff, and we do something different all the time, right? And we went to this one place, this little. I don't even remember the name of it. Around the corner, where Tom got this giant piece of cake for breakfast.
And I thought he's going to in addition to his breakfast, but no, there was no other plate.
We did a seafood place that was really amazing as well.
We did a place called Gus's Fried Chicken that had the most amazing spice on the chicken. It was really good. We went to this place last night called Pity Pat's Porch or something. It was soul food, I guess.
Oh, wow.
It had the best macaroni and cheese I have ever had in my life. I am not kidding. It was the best.
Awesome.
Yes, my entire life.
We also went to this place called the Vortex, and it's a little insane.
Go on.
Yeah, I won't go into great detail. I would just say that you can't be underage to go there. But
was it a restaurant?
It's a restaurant. Yeah, it's a restaurant. It looks maybe like you drive up, you're like, what is this place? But it's amazing. The food is fantastic. You know, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to go there, but by the sound of what I've heard about it, if we had gone there, we would not have forgotten about
Yes, indeed. So leave it at that.
Did you pick up one of their swag bags?
No, did not do that.
Probably wise choice.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, food is everywhere we went was great.
Yes, yeah. And the venue here seems really nice. This is a nice hotel. It's a Hyatt.
And they have a nice big hall for all the gaming.
Yes.
And then for recording and stuff, we had these media rooms that we could use.
Like this one right here.
Yep.
And I think that there's definitely room for it to grow more and stay in this venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing.
They can do a lot with this venue.
Yeah. That's the one thing we're like BGG Con. It feels like BGG Con is bursting at the seams.
Yes.
And this one has some room to grow.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see where it goes next year.
Yes, definitely. So. All right, so that's kind of a holistic view of everything. But let's hone in on one or two specific things. What were your favorite individual moments?
Oh, wow.
At CMON Expo.
Wow. So there's always great moments with Eric Lang because he's just hilarious.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So we did a Favorite Game Friday with him. That might be one of my favorite moments. But as far as the gaming goes, I got to play Massive Darkness with Sam and Z.
Cool.
Right? So, and it's one of the big new games people are excited for. But we got in this situation where the giant spider was on top of us, and it was just not going well. And all we could do was just go for it. It was like Leroy Jenkins. And that was a pretty fun moment just when that, and we didn't survive so well, but it was still really fun. It was really fun. So that was definitely a top for a gaming moment for sure. I would say a lot of those moments on camera with the Dice Tower guys have been some of the most fun here. We had some really good things happen. So, yeah. And Dan King was here too. We got to play the Robot battle game, Gekido.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
How's that one?
It was really fun. It was, it's like a.
Is it similar to King of Tokyo?
Yeah, you have that kind of feel, but there's a lot more going on.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as dice dial down from getting damage, your powers start to go up, and more things you can do. The more angry you get to be more powerful. So I was doing pretty well, and then both Dan and Z kind of ganged up on me, and I was out. And then Z ended up winning that one, but it was a blast. I had a great time.
So you think it's different enough from King of Tokyo to give it? Okay,
I think so. Cool. It's not just like a big dice chucker.
So
you do have dice that you're rolling. You're trying to get like a full house, or you're trying to get a different dice to do different amounts of damage, and then you're placing them on your control board.
Okay.
That fires those, whatever you're doing.
Is it like drafting the dice, or is it still a Yahtzee mechanic?
No, it's still a Yahtzee mechanic. You roll the dice, but it's like that. But it's still not, because King of Tokyo really feels like that big dice chucker. I love the chunky dice roll, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so it feels more like the Yahtzee thing.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out because I was a little skeptical, thinking, "Oh, is this?" I actually didn't know much about it, and then just this morning, I saw kind of a comparison to King of Tokyo. It's like, well, maybe I don't need a replacement for King of Tokyo.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
And the figures are amazing.
Of course they are.
I wish King of Tokyo had figures like that.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. So I guess a good thing to wrap up would be, just what's the one? Is there like one memory or something from CMON that you think you're going to take away from this year?
I think in general, it's just the people.
Just
hanging out with all you guys, fellow media guys, just always a blast. And then all the people who come up to say thank you. We really appreciate what you do.
Oh, that's always.
I think that for me is really the thing that I always take away as the coolest part of it.
Because you put it out there into a void, and you never know who's seeing it.
Yeah, and I'm truly, truly thankful and honored for all the feedback and people who say thanks and thank you for watching.
The part where you're real gracious, I'm going to edit that right out.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Mark, for joining me.
Absolutely.
And people, where on this world wide web of YouTubes and internets can people find you?
Well, we're definitely all over social media. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Most of our videos are on the Dice Tower, though. We are on Board Game Blender. We do reviews. I have co-hosts. We're actually going to be, I'm going to break a little news for you here. Yes. So
this is totally unscripted.
Unscripted. Yeah. So out of coming very soon, I don't have an exact date for you yet, but coming very soon, there will be a Board Game Corner podcast.
Really?
With a brand new co-host.
Ooh.
Not Randy and Ann aren't going anywhere. It's just this new guy. His name is Ben.
Ben.
And he will be my new co-host for the podcast.
Well, what is the format?
It's very open conversational. It's not even just strictly board games. We're going to be talking about what we've been doing and fun things that have been going on. And my co-host owns a coffee shop in my town in Fort Collins, and we'll probably have some stories from the coffee shop even going on. So, and then we hope to have a third chair on and off, rotating in and out. Not just a guest spot, but a guest for the whole episode. Hang out and just chat with us.
What kind of frequency are you looking at?
Well, right now, because we're just trying it out, kicking off, it's going to be once a month and maybe twice a month. But we'll see how it goes. He needs to get his new shop open. Oh, yeah. And then after that, things will start flowing a little bit faster.
Ooh, a scoop.
Yes, a good scoop for you.
Very cool.
So I don't have a date, but watch our social media for more info. So yeah, thanks for having me on your show, man.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Cool. Absolutely.
Cool. Now I got to remember where people can find me. You can follow Pair of Dice Paradise on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and not on the realm of podcasts, because Mark has beaten me to that. So.
Well, we'll have you on the show for sure.
Well, problem solved.
Problem solved.
Okay. Well, until then, I want to thank everybody for joining us, and I want to thank everybody who's been supporting Pair of Dice Paradise on our Pod Pledge fundraiser. That's been what's made this trip and these types of videos possible. So thank you so much. Until next time, I've been Chaz Mark, along with Mark Streed.
And until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Yeah. I got to do it. I got to say I did it.
Do it, right?
I did it.
Yay!
Well, hello there. And no, that was dumb.
That was awesome.
Blood Rage not Blood Rage. Blood Rage is sitting on the
Sitting
table right
over
there,
here.
right on the frame. I guess the. So that was the
Edit point.
one or two other little things. Pause here. We're not recording this part.